If you want to learn some tips about boosting your productivity, then keep watching. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam K, and on this channel we're all about professional and personal growth. So just growth in all aspects of our lives. I know most of us right now, we're on lockdown, and it seems like all we're doing is just bed, sleep, wake up, watch TV, do whatever, and then that's it. But just because the world is not going as it usually is, it doesn't mean you can't still get things done. And one thing that I know a lot of us struggle with, including myself, is being productivity. I know a lot of people that know me, they see me doing this, and they feel like, oh my god, you're doing a lot. But no, there are times I struggle with being productive. We all go through that. It's natural, it happens, but don't let it go on for too long. And now that we are confined in our houses at home, especially if you're working at home from home and you don't have your boss, colleagues around you making sure you're getting things done, you are going to be less productive. So these are tips just to help you, and just to let you all know, some of these tips I'm also learning. Some of these tips I also need to take them on board, but sharing is caring, as my kids will say. So I'm going to share what I know with you so we can all work on it together. So the first tip about being productive is to create a routine. Have a routine, whatever it is that you are doing, whether you are a single person or you've got kids or whatever your situation is. You have to have some sort of a routine, because it helps you know exactly what to do. Eventually, when we do the same things over and over, our brain just fixates on that, and our brain knows this is what we have to do. So it just keeps you going, and you find yourself doing more because you have a routine and you stick to it. Especially if you've got kids, and especially those that have kids of different ages, they all have different routines. So I know it can be very difficult. I've got twins and they're the same age, same stage, so their routine is pretty much the same. They wake up at a certain time, even though we are home, they're learning from home right now. I still keep that routine. They still wake up at a certain time, wake up, have their breakfast, get some work done, play in between, and their bedtime. Because if you start changing it to just letting them do whatever they want, waking up 11-12 o'clock, they're going to struggle to get back into routine when school starts, when they resume, or get back to school. If they're not going to school at the moment, it's going to affect that. So it's really good to have a routine and try your best to stick to that routine. I know it's not easy, but just try. The next tip to help you boost your productivity is to be disciplined. Discipline is not just something that our parents tell us. You need to have discipline. This child does not have discipline. No, discipline is way more than that. I'm not asking you to go and punish yourself, put yourself on timeout. No, but being disciplined is knowing your limits, knowing when enough is enough, knowing not to overdo things, having the discipline that what, yes, I've got stuff to do today, and yes, there's a new series on Netflix that I need to watch. You need to have that discipline to know which one you should prioritize. Which one is more important? Is it you watching that Netflix series, the entire series, every last episode of it? Or is it you doing what you have to do? You can go to that, because guess what? Netflix is not going to change. They're not going to remove it. It's going to be there. Yes, it doesn't mean because everybody's watching it, you have to do the same thing. You have to be disciplined. You want something, you want to achieve something, you've got to be disciplined. And not just in that aspect, but in all other aspects of your life. Never overdo things. You need to set yourself a limit. If you are watching a Netflix series until 6 a.m., that is going to affect your routine. You're not going to have everything mixed up. You're not going to have the energy anymore to get things done. You're going to be tired. So is it worth it? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And the next tip is to have a to-do list. It's crazy because I have a to-do list, a reminder, and now with our phones, gadgets, you know, I have the Alexa smart device, you know. So all of those things, it makes it even easier to have a list and reminders, write what you need to get done. And that helps you because you know, okay, like, and also you get that sense of achieving something when you have done something in that list and tick it off. You feel good because you feel like, yeah, I've done something, I've achieved something. So it can be very helpful. Or it doesn't have to be in any gadget, just even a normal book, you know, post-it notes, wherever it is. Whatever works for you, have it there. If it's your fridge, have it there. Obviously have it somewhere where you can easily access it to see it. All right, and then the next one is to go to bed. It kind of ties in with routine, but going to bed at a certain time and waking up a certain time, which, as I say, ties on with routine. When you get yourself used to sleeping at a certain time, waking up a certain time, it becomes something that's just like that. And you will find yourself, when you go to bed early, you're able to rest enough, you find yourself waking up having that energy, that excitement to go and get things done, you know. So it's really good to, you know, they always say the early bird catches its prey, or whatever. Well, not literally, but yeah, you're not gonna catch a prey outside, but you're gonna help you to be productive. So yeah. And then another thing that goes in with routine again and waking up and going to bed early. I know these days we cannot live without our phones. That is where everything is. Your alarm clock, your calendar, your calculator, everything, your bank, everything is now tied in with our phones. And especially now that we're not able to be out there with, you know, people, family, friends, you need your phone to kind of communicate. Yes, it's good to have it, but again, another thing that can really help to boost your productivity, when you wake up in the morning, I'm guilty of this too, I do it, I do the same thing, whereby as soon as you wake up, you grab your phone. All of us are, you know, all of us, including my husband as well. As soon as you wake up, phone. But sometimes, in order to boost your productivity, when you wake up, do something else, you know. And the best way for you to be able to achieve that, make sure your phone is not right next to you, or, you know, by your bedside, underneath your bed. But I know I do that a lot because I will I'll be using my phone to either listen to something, audiobook, whatever it is, watching, and then I sleep off. So I wake up literally with my phone lying down next to me. And what you're gonna do, the first thing you do is to reach for the phone. But that can affect you in different ways. Number one, you can then go to that phone, and then there is so much from one thing to another. You find yourself like 2 hours later, you're still on the phone, and you have not woken up, you have not gone to do anything, eat breakfast, get your day ready. No, because it starts with just one. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna check, you know, my message. From the message to WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. By the time you know, you've been lying down there with your phone in your hands for 2-3 hours. Is it really worth it? So it's best, I know a lot of us, we use our phones as alarm, but what I do now, I use my my Alexa Echo device as my alarm, so that way, you know, with that I can just tell it to snooze, cancel, whatever it is. I don't even need to come and get it, so that way I don't have the excuse of I need my phone for my alarm, you know. So you can find other ways to have your alarm. So that is that. And also another thing that really helps, the night of preparing. If you know, whatever it is, what I usually do, like the night before I go to bed, I want to know what my day is gonna be like tomorrow. So funny thing happened the other day. It was like, I think like 11 o'clock or so, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, Alexa, what's my, I think I even hear an Alexa answering a device in the house. Yes, so I was like, Alexa, what's my day like tomorrow? And my husband was like, please just let Alexa rest. Because I want to know what my day is going to be like.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You see? Oh my god. Okay, let me try. Alexa, what is on my calendar for tomorrow?
Tomorrow there is one event. At 2 p.m. there's dentist appointment at 14.30.
Thank you. So you see, I do that, so I know, I start preparing myself. If I know I have to go, it's something that I have to do outside, I need to think, okay, maybe I should just also get my outfit ready. If you have something important, somewhere to go, or maybe an important meeting, a Zoom or whatever, if you prepare the night before, it saves you so much time. You don't find yourself like running around, which I do myself, running around last minute trying to, oh my god, what am I gonna wear? So when you prepare the night before, sometimes I'm not able to do this myself, because by the time they go to bed, I'm tired, you know, I don't even want to think about. But it really helps, because when you have made your preparation the night before, you know what's in your calendar, and also you set yourself your goals, your target for tomorrow. It helps. And then when you wake up in the morning, you go through them again, just to have that reminder, so you know how you're going to do. Another thing that really, especially during these times, avoid turning on the news. The news is going to make you just be like, oh my god, oh my god, the world is coming to an end. I refuse to watch the news first thing in the morning, because it's going to affect how you're going to be for the rest of the day. It really does have an impact. So I'd rather do that last thing than first thing, because I don't want to just jump off a bridge because everything is just going wrong in the news. Breaking news, you're like, oh my god, somebody else died, how many people died today? Oh, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing it. So you lose that motivation, because you just feel like, what's the point? So I do that last instead of first, so I can save my sanity, boost my productivity, and maintain my sanity for the rest of the day. Another thing as well, that's that. And another thing is to do meal plan. Meal plan is so important, but for me, I struggle with that, because I'm the kind of person that my taste bud is all over the place. I can say tomorrow I'm gonna prepare this. Tomorrow comes, I don't even feel like eating that, but it does work. Somebody that's really good with meal planning, my sister, she is the organized one, you know. She really is, and we'll come to that in a bit. So it does help. If you can do that, it will save you so much time. Because think about the time you spend just like, what am I gonna eat today? What am I gonna prepare? What should we eat? I'm always asking my husband, babe, what are we gonna eat today? What are we gonna eat? Because obviously I don't have a meal plan, and sometimes I'll leave it so late. By the time I decide, it's too late, everywhere is closed, what are we gonna do now? So having a meal plan helps. If it works for you, you should definitely do it. It does help, especially if you got kids, but then they always change their mind too, so it's difficult. and then another thing as well is to not just write down your goals, but to set yourself deadline, targets. This is what I want to complete by the end of this day. It just needs to be just small it doesn't have to be a whole massive. Break it down to really simple tasks that are smart, you know, objective. Goal without a deadline is a dream. That's what they always say. So if you're having goals and you're not setting deadlines, it's going to be very difficult to achieve them, because you're going to keep finding excuses not to do it. Tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and you find yourself not getting it done at all. So always set deadlines for your goal. Yeah, another thing is for you, don't get obsessed over one task and end up not doing anything for the rest of the day. I do that, whereby maybe the first thing on my list is to do something and I'm not able to work it out. So instead of leaving it and moving on to the next thing and maybe come back to it, no, I must find that answer to this. I must solve this situation. I'll get so obsessed over it and I'll spend my entire day obsessing on that instead of moving on and achieving other things. So I end up not actually being productive at all and not really doing anything for that day besides obsessing over that one thing, and then I don't even end up solving it at all, and I spent all that time, you know. So you have to just realize when you can, you've tried different ways, you can move on. And then another thing that my sister actually did a workshop on, which is like time blocking, whereby you set blocks of time for different tasks. So if this time to this time is going to be, or I check my emails or respond to email, you set that specific time. And that is something that I'm trying to implement now. And also set time in between to rest, because one thing with me, I'll go because I feel like maybe I've been unwell the previous day. I haven't been able to do much. So I want to do everything on this day, because tomorrow as well, I don't know if I'm going to be all right with my health, if I'm going to be in pain or not. So I overdo it. I end up putting my body through so much stress that what's going to happen is going to crash. And then I'm back to a situation that I'm trying to avoid. So I'm trying to use that time blocking. She did a really informative, wonderful workshop on it, and I think she will be doing another one. So if she does, I will keep you updated. I invited, you know, one of my clients there, which she found so helpful. So that's really good. And also another thing is social media. You need to just, I'm not saying don't go onto social media, but you need to reduce the time that you spend on it. The time, because it starts with one thing and then you click on another one and another one, and something keeps popping up and you find yourself on and on and on. You have to get to a time when you're like, you know what, time out. Yeah, time out. I need to do something else. I have this thing whereby my phone, sometimes I don't even know where it is, because I'm trying to focus on what I need to focus on and just set to it. And another way you can try as well, reduce the time. There are apps that you can use to really kind of help you see how much time you're spending on social media apps. And yes, I know some people are going to say, but I use my phone for work. You can do that. But even as that, you have to limit yourself. You have to take, and also all the screens that we constantly have in our faces, it's not even that good for us either. After a while, put it down. Like for me, I'll put my phone down, turn on music. I'll be dancing crazy around the house with the kids, doing something else, and then come back to it. And what I do is, I'm the kind of person, I know sometimes, you know, there's some not so good aspects of doing that, but the way I do, I will post and dash, post and go, because the minute I start responding to one comment, another one, and another one, I set a specific time, like maybe towards the end of the day, that I would then go through all the comments and respond instead of doing it sporadically throughout the day, and it takes so much time from what I need to do. I'll just set a time that I'm gonna do it. You can do it maybe sometime in the morning. Set a time. That's why time blocking is really also good for that. Set a time that this time to this time I'm gonna spend that to respond to my emails, social media, comment and like, post, whatever it is. Basically engage and interact to help your brand. By all means do that, but limit yourself to it. Limit yourself, because you're going to find yourself finding from one funny video to another. So restrict your social media use, even if you're using it for your brand, your business, your whatever it is. Just make sure you restrict so you can have time. Also, social media, yes, can be great, but can also be very toxic. And I like to focus on my goal, my lane. So I don't have time to start knowing what this one is doing, what that one is doing, what that one is doing. No, I want to just let me focus on what I'm doing, because all it's going to do is to distract you. You're gonna get demotivated. You see somebody posting their so-called life that most of the time is not even really true. It has all these things that people create just for entertainment, but they don't state this is just made up. You're going to perceive that as that is the life they're living, and you feel like you're failing. Oh, I'm not doing much with my life. It's going to distract you, and you're going to just spend all your time obsessing over that. So that's why it's really important to set a limit to that, so you can focus on what you need to do. Another thing that helps as well, being productive, is having a vision board. I have mine right here, and you can go and check out the video that I did. I will link it. Yeah, I'll link it somewhere anyway. I'll link the video there that you can watch. Having a vision board really helps, and as I say, it's my workspace, so I'm able to see it all the time. It keeps me focused. It makes me more productive, because I can visualize that this is what I'm working toward. This is the dream. So keep going and keep doing what you have to do. And then the last but not the least, and very important, is to have a diary, some sort of a planner, a diary. It really helps, and I am going to recommend no other planner than this. This is Tammy's Mompreneur Diary. When I say this is great, and this is by Amike, my sister that I said she is the master planner. Yeah, and when I say this is really a great piece of work, regardless of the fact that it's my sister, this is really helpful. It really helps you budgeting and setting goals for yourself, affirmations that you can set, your action steps, even rewards that you can give yourself, important dates. It really helps. Meal plan, yes, yep, meal plan as well. And you can also, you don't have to have the printed physical copy. You can actually get the PDF version. If that works for you better, you can have the PDF version. I'm gonna put all the details there. And then and also coming this Friday on the 26th, yeah, I am actually going to have my sister her come on a power hour with Miriam K. My second episode. You can check out my first episode that I had where we talked about networking, and for this Friday coming, we're going to be talking about basically adapting your brand to changes like what we're going through. So we're going to be doing that, and a lucky person is going to be able to win one of these diaries. Yeah, and then talking about power hour, last but not the least point, last but not the least point, very important, is to have that power hour, meaning that have a time in between your day that is just for you. You can use that time to just relax, meditate, if that's what works for you. You can use that time, a time that you just kind of calm down. It can be any time within the day, but it's really important to give yourself that. It gives you time to reflect on your day, your plans, your week, everything that you have planned. It gives you time to reflect, to plan ahead, and to really just calm down, and all that stress, this just put phones away and just take that time for yourself. It can be a time where you're listening to like podcast or audiobooks, which are really good, or read a book, whatever works for you. But it's really important to give yourself that time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope these points have been helpful, and just as I say, I'm also working on those. I'm also taking them on board, because none of us are perfect. We're all just trying. But I hope this really helps you. Thank you for watching. If you do like this video and you want to see more, and you want to support me and what I'm trying to do, kindly subscribe, like, comment, please. Also, yeah, by the way, I just want to let people know, I know it's common knowledge, but just again to just remind you, it is free to subscribe. You don't have to pay for anything. All you need to do is to click subscribe, and if you go to the little bell and you click where it says notifications and you go all, it will always tell you whenever I have a video up. You will know, so you won't have to miss out on any videos and tips and things that I have coming up for you guys. And as I say, Friday, it's gonna be the power hour. You don't want to miss that. So all of that I have coming up. And yes, so thank you so much for watching and commenting. It really does make a difference as well, because it helps like Google, YouTube to recommend my video to other people. So even if it's just a smiley face, just leave it, a little smiley face. If you don't know what to say, it's fine. Go to the comment section and just leave a smiley face, a heart, whatever, anything. But it really does help, and the more my video gets recommended, the more people will also be able to I get access to all this information. I know so it does help. If you can kindly do that, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and I know we're still going through tough times, but please always remember to stay blessed and stay safe. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.